Oh, stop streaming. Stop streaming. Hold on. Can All right. Hello, race fans. Welcome to NTD Racing. We are live streaming from the Mint 400. We're in Las Vegas. Right now, we are down here with about 37 people, I think is what we got on our team. We got 7 race vehicles, and 4 of them will be racing live today. What you're watching on the screen is 4 of our race vehicles. It was really cool is all of these vehicles are Bentec made vehicles. They are all running Milestar tires, pivot cases inside the cars. And I think a lot of the guys are wearing their ESS glasses for protection for their eyes out there. Top left, you're looking at Lefty. They're probably going to be the first ones off the line. And you can see they're an 8100 class truck, which means that they are a Sportsman Unlimited truck. Lefty probably looks a lot like a trophy truck kind of truck, a little less power, a lot of suspension travel. You're probably looking at about 24 inches of suspension travel in the front, about 30 inches of suspension travel in the rear. And if you've ever seen some of our pictures, and especially the live picture for the stream of this, that is Lefty about 11 feet in the air on a jump at the Min 400 last year. To the right, on the top there, you see Honcho. Honcho is our 1978 Jeep J10, also a pretty impressive truck. It is on the outside, it is a Jeep J10 metal and all that, but on the inside, it is custom chassis, custom suspension, about 17 inches of suspension travel in the front, somewhere around 30, maybe about 28 inches of suspension travel in the back. It is a total performer, tuned engine. It's got a both Honcho and Lefty have 6-liter LY6 engines in them, so they're basically LS swapped vehicles and producing a lot of horsepower, and it should be doing pretty good. Bottom left is our brand new bug we're calling Ladybug. This one is off the line with Danny Whitaker behind the wheel and his wife Natalie in the right seat. We call it Ladybug because we are, trying to put together an all-girls racing team, and that will happen here shortly. But this is the first time this car is driving. If you've been watching along on our channel at NTD Racing, we have been building this car, making a playlist. That playlist is on this YouTube channel that you're watching right now. And we're providing all of the videos that show you exactly how I build this car. And even better, we're providing all of the CAD files absolutely free if you go to ntdracing.com. And you just go through a couple hoops and you will get all of the CAD files, whether it's the roll cage or all the flat stuff that we cut on a Langmuir Systems plasma table. To the right, we got Trooper. This was our first Class 11 bug. It is being driven by Dennis LeBeau right now, and Joe Vigreria is his navigator. Denny has been with the team since day one. He's a longtime driver with us. Joe's kind of new, but just a amazing mechanic, and he is working, doing all of the work. Basically going to keep Trooper going on the whole race. Also out there on the course, interesting, is the engine builder for both of those cars, a guy named Adam Cottle, Seward Speed Shop up near the Chicago area. He is down here today with our team, and he's going to be roving around the course either in the Gonzo or Gene Hurst pits, and he's going to be making sure that those cars are tuned up, dialed, and ready to go. And if you don't know who Adam Cottle is, I think you can go check out the YouTube channel Fun with V-Dubs. He's always on there. They're always dyno testing VW engines and doing goofy stuff. Great YouTube channel, and he is quite possibly one of the best VW engine tuners in the world, and he has got these cars totally performing, especially Ladybug. and can't wait to see those guys off the line. Inside, I didn't mention it, I think, though, but besides that, Lefty. Starting off the line is Josh Morrow and my buddy Brian. Josh is a long time with NTD Racing, one of our best drivers on the team. Expect to see great stuff from him. Not only just a great driver, but just a really smart driver too. The key for these races is that they are endurance races. You really got to think about just keeping the truck going. You can't win it at any time, but you can lose the race all the time, and just not making the big mental mistakes while we're out there. And then in the right over there in Honcho in our 1978 Jeep J10, we got my brother Mike. And my really good buddy Caleb. Mike, again, one of our drivers for a long time, literally one of the best drivers. Mike, I think, has always gotten the truck to the next driver, and that's the big thing. If you can just get the truck down the line, you can cross the finish line, you're going to be doing pretty good in these endurance races. Next to him, Caleb. Caleb Provencio, what a great dude. Every one of these cars, one of the reasons that they are out there is because he is in my shop every morning at 9 o'clock, and a lot of times working with me until late into the night, getting these cars ready to go. So I think everybody owes Caleb a little bit there for getting our cars out there and to the start line. That's our job, as the builder and team owner. I always say my job is to get you to the start line without having to be pushed. And after that, it's all up to the drivers to get it across the finish line. So, all right. So we're approaching the start line. Looks like Lefty will be off first as I watch it. It's kind of the start line for these things is the iconic twin black towers with big flames coming out of them. And what's really cool about the Mint 400, and I think I've said it before, is that the Mint 400, I think, does just the best job as far as taking care of teams and even the small teams, and especially our sponsors. They give the most opportunity, because to get a car to the race course and to get everything ready to go is such a huge effort. And what you really want to make sure is that the sponsors who are, flipping the bills to get those cars there, get an opportunity to get their story told. And nobody does it better than the Mint. It starts out with a parade at the beginning. It goes on Wednesday. We were in a parade, had all the cars going right down Las Vegas Boulevard, seeing all of the casinos, just thousands of people getting to see the cars and getting to see who our sponsors are. Yesterday, Thursday, was going down Fremont Street, just vendors everywhere, people all over the place, checking out the cars, taking pictures. Again, just a chance to kind of highlight what amazing sponsors we have. And then today, we're going to start it out. We're going right through past the infield. It's grandstands of people, and it's just a really good opportunity. And I think I talked to Matt Martelli yesterday, and he's the guy who runs the Mint 400. And I just wanted to tell him how much I appreciate it, especially on one of their recent podcasts where he said, we want to make sure that we are taking care of the small guy. And we're the small guy. We got 7 cars out here. I still consider us one of the small guys. And it means a lot. People dream of doing this their entire lives, and they come out here and race, and they just want it to be acknowledged. And then also the folks who are putting their logos on the side of our cars, they want that to be acknowledged also. People like Bentech. And so for those who don't know, we build all of our cars in-house. And that's from the beginning, the total design, to cutting all the tubes, bending the tubes, welding the tubes, making complete chassis. And that happens with the Bentech products. And I make a lot of videos that show exactly how I do that. Bentech is just known for their versatility in that you can be just the smallest team. And I always say when somebody asks me, hey, should I go buy a tube notcher? What kind of tube notcher should I buy? I'm like, don't waste your money on a tube notcher. For less money, you can go buy the Bentech Pro software, get a printer to make those little sleeves you're going to put around the tubes that are going to mark your profile for the cuts. Buy yourself an angle grinder. A DeWalt one is about $100 and it's going to last you forever. And you can make with those things a complete chassis. And you can watch some of my videos and I show you exactly how I made Honcho just doing that. And then let's say you want to scale your shop up, you want to mass produce these things. Now you're talking about wanting to get one of the Dragon A250s like we have in our shop, the Dragon A400, which I dream of having in my shop, where you can, the Dragon A250 all round tube is what you're cutting. And then the Dragon A400, you're cutting anything. You're cutting square tube, round tube, L-shaped brackets, whatever it is, you're cutting it. And just the ability to start production, Benta can get you there. And then they are just now releasing their PB 2000 tube and pipe bender. Now you got the precision, CNC precision from your Dragon A250. You take that over your pipe bender in bending. I tell you what, it's going to start making chassis just super easy, and the ability to mass produce is right there. Also, I have to mention our one of our most important sponsors out there, who's been keeping us on the road and the navigation for years, is Pivot. These guys are in all of our cars. I talked about it before, but what the Pivot line of products does is you can kind of think of two different things. Is one, you have a tablet, any kind of tablet, whether it's a Surface, it's a big iPad, it's a small iPad, it's an iPad Pro, whatever tablet you have, they have the case to hold it and protect it through any circumstance. And I will tell you that all of the major airlines use Pivot cases. In my airline, I have a Pivot case and an iPad, and they are no fail industries. The Pivot case will never fail you, and that's one of the only things we've never broken while we've raced. And then on the other side, you're like, well, how do I connect that to my car? They have every kind of mounting apparatus to any surface you want. You want to go to glass, you want to go to a flat surface, you want to mount it to a tube, you name it, you can figure it out. Check it out at flyboys.com or pivotcase.com. We are also, on all these vehicles, we're running the Milestar tires. So on the top left, you see Lefty. We're running Patagonia. Somebody's got their alarm going off. Good job, Chad. On the top left, you see Lefty running Milestar Patagonia Mud Terrain 2s, 40-inch tires. These things are amazing. We always just call them just paddle wheels from hell. They especially help us out in the silt. And then today we're going through the rocks. The sidewalls of these things are indestructible, and you can expect these things to last the whole race. In fact, I think that the tires that are on Lefty are the same tires we finished the Baja 1000 with, and they'll probably finish this race also. The Mud Terrain 2s. Bottom left, you have on both bottom cars, you have our Bugs, and those are running the Patagonia All-Terrain Pros, and I love those tires. Probably some of my favorite tires. We're putting them on some of our trucks. On our chase truck, we're running the Patagonia, the XTs. So we're in fact, on our bus Mambo, we're also running truck tires, like semi-truck level tires, and those are also Milestar. We are a full-on Milestar team. Love their products, and everyone, as they start to see them, start to put them onto their vehicles.
That's a true statement, because I actually got them for the wife.
Oh my gosh! So
we were looking for some good tires for the Jeep Wrangler, the 4-door, and wanted something good on the highway that to drive it to work, and then also perform off road. And man, they're quiet, they're not real loud down the road. Love them. Beautiful.
Welcome to the live stream. This is my buddy Chad Burris. Chad Burris from Bad Larry Motors YouTube channel. He does the cool stuff. He's got this turbo swap or LS swap turbo Camaro. Yep. When you were building that thing, I was like, "There's no way this thing's gonna look cool," and now it looks cool. It is amazing. It is a really awesome job. Yeah. Let me mention, down on the left there, Industrial Power, and Brian O'Neill. Yeah, and we kind of talked about this a little bit yesterday. The really unique thing, besides the fact that Brian is just one of the most amazing humans that I know, and 100% committed to the customer experience, and just everybody on their staff there is just, you can just tell that it is part of their culture. And the other part we talked about yesterday, and you brought it up, and I was like, it is right on, is when you walk around their shop, it is immaculate.
Beautiful.
The floors are immaculate. Everything about it is immaculate. And when you go into somebody's shop and that way, that is how they're going to treat your vehicle. So when you're going there, you need let's say just for a dealership, you need to go find somewhere to find a heavy truck, a Hino, Isuzu heavy truck. That's where you're going to go. And after the purchase, you need some kind of a box put on the back. You're a trash truck, you're a moving truck, whatever it is you need to put on the back, a refrigerator truck, they do that right there in shop. You need a paint shop, they got that. And then after the sale, you need maintenance on it. This is the world-class place with the best mechanics in the world, and especially in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, that are going to be able to get you back on the road. If you're broken down on the side of the road, they will come to you with their mobile service. Check out Industrial Power, 3 locations in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. You will not be let down by their customer service, and just some great folks. Known Sea-Dog forever, love that guy. He tells the funniest stories, and he comes out here to the races with us sometime, and we miss him out here right now. So if you're listening, Sea-Dog, Miss you out here, buddy. All right, and then finally, ESS just came on board recently. These guys make some amazing, like literally almost protect you from a shotgun blast safety glasses. But they're more than that. They're more than just safety glasses. They are some of the most comfortable glasses I've ever worn. And I keep saying, you don't realize how bad your glasses or your safety glasses are until you put on a quality pair of glasses. And ESS, just everyone on the team is wearing them right now out here. And we always say it, we got a lot of airline pilots on this team, and the most important asset you have is your eyes. You cannot lose your most important instrument, and they totally are the ones you want protecting you. So it looks like we got Lefty coming up the line. It is go time.
It is a go time already?
Lefty is next off the line. So you see he pulls up next there, and so he's going to be side by side. The format of this whole thing is that he will be side by side with another race car off the line. And I would bet that he gets past because, again, your amigo, your ego is not your amigo. So as you start this race, you don't want to bump the guy and flip it right away. You don't want to jump it and nose it in. So here he is off the line. So let's take a little watch and see how he does. Looks like he's up against one of the factory cars. He's running an 8100 car. So a couple of these jumps, they look deceiving. Sometimes they'll plug you in. So I think he's racing his race. One of the things that we talked about for this race is it's a long race. We got all day long, and cars will pass us. We'll just let them go. We'll catch them later when they're changing a tire or something like that. But this is Josh off the line. He's been doing this a lot of years, and you know what? He's the guy you want behind the wheel. He's one of the most solid drivers, and it looks right now like Lefty's like doing really well. So both of us are kind of just like jaw dropping. I can't believe we're off the line. Yeah.
So I will say the first time that I ever navigated was, I believe, in Lefty, and it was at the Mint 400. And when that thing takes a turn, it is unbelievable how much lean it has. It feels like you're going to flip over. It's so scary to get used to that. So as a driver, how do you get used to the truck like that when you're just taking those crazy turns?
Well,
it's so different than a street vehicle.
What's kind of interesting is that when you are driving slow in Lefty, and because of its rear differential and the nature of the differential being a spool, it's always trying to torque the vehicle because both wheels are trying to turn at the same time. So one of the wheels is trying to torque the whole vehicle, and it leans it over. And it happens when you're slow speed on really good traction, like on a road. But you are, all right, Ladybug's getting up there pretty soon. But when you are in the dirt and you're letting it rip, and the tires are spinning a little, and you're in a slight drift, it levels itself out.
Really?
Yeah. So it's really, we don't run a sway bar on our trucks. We'll probably go to sway bars on the new truck that we're building, which is going to be called Honcho 2, Lefty 3. We don't know what we're going to call it, but sorry, Honcho 3 or Lefty 2. In fact, if somebody out there is watching and you guys have a suggestion on what you want us to name, thought it would be a good name, then let us know. We're all ears. Put it in the comments. But that will probably have a sway bar, but we're not running sway bars on our trucks. And so there's a couple things that will probably change in future trucks. One will be a sway bar. Two is, actually we're friends with the guys in South Africa. They're Century Racing. And they run like the cars that run Dakar. There are some super talented drivers. I drove one of their guys, and it was amazing. But he's kind of consulted me a little bit on front suspension geometry. That will help us also reduce some of the roll. And then let's see, Trooper is just about to go off the line here. No, let's see, let's go back up to all five. That's Honcho. Disregard. That's Honcho. Honcho's almost off the line. Here we go. Honcho's off the line. We are racing two trucks now. Here we go. And so those things will definitely help. And then also we're probably going to get rid of the spool and go back to a Yukon Grizzly locker, and that will help some of the roll. So Honcho has the Yukon Grizzly locker. You can definitely see the difference. We're streaming just through iPhones, going through Starlinks on the car. And so you can see the difference between the cars that have newer cameras in them with stabilization and Honcho, which is just a screaming truck. It looks like Mike is just going for it. Hey, slow down, Mike. Can't win it right now, bro.
The first of the race is when your adrenaline is pumping
everyone's
the most,
amped
and
up.
you get so amped. So especially on the dirt bike. So when you start on the dirt bike, I was gassed just getting through that part of it. And then you're like, okay, we gotta slow down, loosen up your grip a little bit, and then get into race mode. And then you go into it's a endurance race. It's not a sprint. So
Yeah, that is 100%. And we had it happen. I think we had one of our drivers off the line 2 years ago, and he plugged it like right, maybe 300 yards off the line, plugged in the dirt, ripped our front light bar off.
oh yeah,
And you have so much adrenaline. So it really takes a mature driver to just to calm yourself down, to say I can definitely lose it right now, but I can't win it right now. So
I bet there's a cool stat on how many vehicles crash right off the line in the
last year,
first
remember
one
that
of the race.
there was that one Razor that just did tumble end over end over end. Yeah, it was. So it looks like we're going to get maybe the next one off the line will be Trooper, and we're hoping that Ladybug and Trooper would leave at the same time.
Ladybug's
But
out.
no, Ladybug still hasn't hit the line yet. So they're the next one up. So right now we got Trooper. Let's go see if we can pull up Trooper. Boom, Trooper is at the start line right now. You see Trooper there? It's what it looks like in the bottom left of the.
Oh, I can read all that.
I'm not sure I'm looking at there. So we got Trooper there just about off the line, and we'll see how that does. So Trooper is running a slightly modified engine from the last time we ran King of the Hammers. We had to do some repairs to it. And I may have hurt the engine, so we had to do some fixing on it. But Adam Cottle, like I said, Seward Speed Shop out here, getting us back on the road. And I would expect, Denny is driving Trooper right now, and he is, a seasoned, really smart driver. These guys know that Trooper, especially the Class 11s, it looks like the guy ahead of him is just totally going for it. He's like, I'm racing for just to pass the grandstands. And Denny's going to race to try to pass 400 or 300 miles later on today. So doing a great job there off the line.
So Trooper was your first Class 11 bug, and I'm sure you learned a lot between Trooper and